How About That Cigar is proud to bring you coverage of the 2023 PCA Trade Show, all brought to you by Don Doroteo Cigars.
How About That Cigar? It's PCA 2023, the final day of the trade show, and we are so grateful, as always, with our friend, Nick Melillo.
Nice to see you, Matt.
We are grateful to be here with you, as always.
Pleasure to have you.
Last day of the trade show. You guys have been crazy busy. I hope it's been a wonderful show for you.
It's been great.
Good.
It's been great. It's. I think we're finally returning to 2019.
Yeah.
Feel, size of the booth.
I agree.
We're back in full swing.
Yeah, it's really open. Like we were talking to other people about this. It doesn't seem like overly crowded because like the hallways are wider. They just made it a more open space.
Yeah, you need to have space.
Yeah, you
can't have too many cigar smokers on top of each other.
Yeah, well, and you guys have not just this year, but for the last couple of years, taken a role in putting some resources behind the PCA trade show, sponsorship and things like that.
Yeah.
Just talk to us for a minute about
Sure.
why that's important to you.
You know, we launched at the trade show in 2015. We launched with one brand, El Wawense, and here we are, 8 years later now, with a full portfolio of brands. You know, we started, I think, with a 10 by 10 booth. Here we are in a 30 by 50 booth. So the trade show has been really important for the growth of the company, you know, really reaching our retailers. It's the one time of year where I get to see everyone in one shop.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. Retail shops, they have customers, they come to the retail shop. All the customers come to your shop.
Yeah.
I have a different situation. I have my customers spread throughout the United States.
Right.
So, you know, luckily we've been expanding the team, but for me to get out, you know, I did that for 4 years and see everybody, it's quite the challenge. So, you know, I have to have some sort of life.
Exactly.
So knowing that so many retailers come to this show, it's important for me as a business owner, company owner, to show our customers what Foundation is about, what this industry means to us, and what we're doing as a company to support them.
Yeah. And
it's a very important show for us.
definitely. Yeah. For the whole industry, absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, it's you guys have, as always, been busy. So you got some very, very cool new stuff to feature this year. So let's start going through it.
Sure.
Yeah.
We could start with the Charter Oak. The Charter Oak brand for me, the core line Charter Oak brand, is really a brand for my grandfathers.
Right.
That they smoked Connecticut cigars. A lot of brands in Connecticut. They faded away at the end of the 90s. Charter Oak for me was a homage to those brands, and also I felt the market needed a cigar that was really great and affordable for an everyday style cigar. These new Charter Oak Especiales, I wanted to make something special and actually use my grandfather's names to pay homage to them. So we have the Pasquale, which was my father's father. He smoked exclusively Connecticut broadleaf Oscuro.
Yeah.
And typically the size in Connecticut was a 5.5 by 48, which is this. Soft box press. These are 12 count boxes. This is a completely different blend than the Charter Oak core line.
Yeah.
Charter Oak core line is your everyday smoke. This would be that something special for them. That anniversary, birthday, long week, special weekend cigar. So filler tobaccos, a lot of Vizos, Ligero, it's richer, a lot more depth, a lot more complexity. And then the other one, Pagnatero, is Connecticut Shade, which I think somebody stole that box. My other grandfather smoked Connecticut Shade exclusively.
Right.
So wanted to do something special for them. They're the reason I smoke cigars.
Yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be a cigar smoker.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to do something in their name. So
I love it.
Hence the Charter Oak Especiales.
Nice. Love it.
Yes. Next is the new core line called Metapa.
Beautiful.
Metapa This imagery is of Ruben Darío, is the gentleman in the image. Ruben Darío is one of the most famous Spanish poets in the world.
Okay.
Early 1900s. He actually revolutionized the Spanish poetry.
Yeah.
And he is probably the biggest national hero of Nicaragua. And he was born south of Esteli in a town called Matapa. So I always loved this image of him. The image of him is actually when he was receiving an award by the government of Nicaragua. So
Okay.
he was dressed in this classic Spanish garb with the no collar. And it reminded me a bit of that Simon Bolivar kind of feel a little bit, even though he's not military, he's a poet. So I always wanted to use the imagery. You see it all over Nicaragua. Was surprised that no one had used it, and thought it was perfect timing to come out with a brand. It's Sumatra Ecuador wrapper, which I've always used Sumatra Ecuador behind the scenes, been working with it for a while, but never released a brand using that wrapper before. It's a very unique wrapper. It tends to have a bit of a bitterness to it in a good way if it's blended properly.
So if you use something to balance it,
it's got to be balanced.
Okay.
And what does that in this blend is the Connecticut broadleaf binder.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that adds sweetness, earthiness, and kind of rounds it out.
Yeah.
And then there's some really amazing Nicaraguan fillers, Vizos, Ligeros. It's a heavier blend. It's rich, but very unique compared to anything else I think we have in our portfolio. You know, I always want to come out with unique and different, and you don't want to create things that are the same. I mean, what's the point if you're just creating things that taste the same or are very similar? So Matapa, these are all going to be for early fall release. These are 10-count boxes, 4 sizes. I always love to do the Maduro and then a Claro. As you know, guys love Claros, guys love Maduros, guys hate Claros, guys hate Maduro. So always having that option, I think, is important for people.
Yeah, those, the consumers, they some, like you said, you've got some that like the dark, some that like the lights.
Yeah, you gotta have it. And it's interesting to see, like with, Olmec, you'll see, the Claro's incredible. I love the I don't smoke the Maduro, and it's fascinating.
Yeah.
What people, see what people like, but that's that's the world of cigars.
Beautiful though.
Yeah.
Really nice.
So next one, really, really special project, the Tabernacle Night Commander.
Yeah.
Yeah, these stories they're real. I'm not making them up. So I was honored with the Ethiopian Star of Honor, which is an honor that goes back to the late 1800s under Emperor Menelik.
Yeah.
And it was given to civilian and non-civilian, military and non-military under the Ethiopian crown.
Yeah.
The Crown Council awarded me the Ethiopian Star of Honor under the rank of Knight Commander last year, which is an honor of a lifetime.
So cool.
So I wanted to do something special and give back to charities, Ethiopian charities. So all of the proceeds from this project from our side are going to go 100% directly to Ethiopian charities, scholarship programs mainly. And this is a 6 3/4 by 52 Perfecto, similar to our size to our signature that we did for High Claire. These have been aging for 15 months now in Nicaragua. Special Tabernacle blend. It's going to be similar to Tabernacle, but much more refined.
Okay.
And especially because of the age, it's much more refined. So I put a lot of aging time on them.
That's
12-count
beautiful.
boxes. Yeah.
And it's like a humidor quality box. It's really...
I wanted to do something nice.
Yeah.
The hinges, I wanted to step it up. It's not really conducive for being on the shelf.
Yeah.
This is something that's going to need to be,
Yeah.
it's meant to be really sold by the box.
It really is,
I mean, that's the intent with a lot of my projects is,
Yeah.
the guys that buy boxes, I want you to
Of
You
course.
know, this is like a treat.
It is.
you
It's
know?
This is one of those cool boxes that it's, you know, when you're done smoking the cigars, it's like a showpiece.
Yeah, and
You
you
know.
can use it for a lot of great things.
Yeah, storing cards, dice,
Yeah,
whatever you want.
yeah.
So,
Watches.
The watches. There you go. So is and this
Yeah.
guy
So
as well.
lastly, we're going to re-release. So the Night Commander is an annual. I'm hoping to do it on an annual basis because I would love to continue to raise money
Of
for
course.
charity every
Yeah,
year.
absolutely.
But we'll do it right before the holidays.
Yeah.
That's the same for the Signature.
Okay.
This is now going to be an annual release around November. I want to do it just before the holiday time, so there's
Okay.
something special.
Yeah.
You know, you have something for Thanksgiving,
Right.
for Christmas or Hanukkah, so special holiday times
Yeah.
where you have a good smoke. I mean, that's the intent of these cigars, you know.
Yeah.
I know they're on the pricier side, but it's meant to be special.
Yeah,
It's meant to be something that you're not smoking every day.
a celebration, remembrance kind of cigar. maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have every day. We have
Of
Charter
course.
Oak.
Yeah.
We have all the classics.
Yeah.
But this is something special. We had such a demand for these. You know, we did 700 boxes last year for the 100th anniversary of King Tut's discovery. We work with Highclere Castle on this project. Of course, the great-grandfather discovered King Tut's tomb
Right.
with Howard Carter. Last year was the 100th anniversary. They asked to do a special project. This is an exact replica of a box found within King Tut's tomb.
Yeah.
We had an Egyptologist from Yale make sure the hieroglyphs were legit. We
That's
want to be true
incredible.
to the game.
Absolutely.
We don't want it to be gimmicky.
Yeah.
You know, we're really about representing these things and paying tribute
Yeah.
to them in the proper way. So 12 count boxes. This is Habano Ecuador, 6 3/4 by 52.
Yeah.
Perfecto. So you should see these probably end of October, November, early November.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Highly anticipated this year, just like it was last year. So
Yeah,
Love
I'm
it.
glad, you know, there was just too much of an outcry.
Yeah.
I couldn't, I have
You-
to
you
give the
couldn't say
people
no.
what they want. Yeah. You know, it's,
Yeah.
like, it's a nice project.
It's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. So one last thing,
Yes.
because we have a short turnaround time between today and next trade show.
Yeah.
How does that affect the way you guys? Does it change the way you do business at all, or?
I mean, you'll probably not see, you know, anything new
Okay.
at the trade show just because of the timing.
Sure.
And these products are just going to be at the beginning of their life cycle.
Yeah.
So probably if they get out in November, you know, by March, you're probably going to be on your third turns
Yeah.
almost. So we'll focus on these projects because I don't want to overwhelm the market.
Of course.
And these projects take so long to,
yeah.
a year minimum to get things going. But I think it's a great move for March for me, personally for myself. My summers, you know, I never get to enjoy a summer because there's so much that goes into this show.
Right.
And then right after the show, it doesn't stop for us. We're fulfilling orders. It's pretty intense. So I think it's great also for the buying. I know it's going to be at the end of the first quarter. It might be light for people, but you can at least then buy for spring, summer, and fall.
Exactly.
I have a lot of retailers, a lot of customers. Nick, I can't make the show. It's July. It's right after 4th of July. I'm in my high season.
Too busy.
I can't leave the store.
yeah.
So it doesn't make sense. Hopefully people have more time.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully the cash flow's there, you know, for people to travel. But
I think it's going to be a good thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, man,
I
we know
need 1 week vacation in the summer.
you can have more time to fish.
I would love to. I haven't been fishing too much, but
That was great.
it's really great. It's relaxing.
Absolutely.
And we just opened up our new office on a 300-acre farm in the
that's
Connecticut
right.
River
Yeah, that's
Valley. We're
super
really
cool.
excited about. So we're just getting settled in there.
That's awesome.
Really looking to promote Connecticut and really express and educate people about the importance of the River Valley to the industry and the cigar world.
It's great, and we're glad that we're glad that you guys had a fantastic trade show this year. You really have been putting in a lot of hard work, and us as consumers, we really appreciate it. It
Thank
means a
you,
lot
man.
to us. So just keep up the good work, and
Appreciate it.
we'll keep smoking the cigars.
Appreciate it. Appreciate the coverage. Thank
Yes.
you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys again soon.
All right. Peace.